All right. And I think we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back for another Total War video, or live stream rather, with the Terminator. How's it going, guys? Today we're going to do some interesting, very interesting multiplayer battles, hopefully, with Joe Onit. I'm still waiting for him to get online. So yeah. That's what we're going to do today in today's live stream. I'm a big fan of DEI, as is my cat, Leia. And as y'all know, of course, I'm a big fan of DEI. And yeah, I've done a few multiplayer battles and campaigns here and there. But I'm trying to get better. Also, mainly because we have a... so we do Total War multiplayer tournaments on our Discord, on my Discord, the Terminator Discord, and yeah, I'm trying to get better because the next tournament coming up is DEI, so it should be really good, but I need to get better. There's some really good players out there, and especially on the Discord as well. Hey Augustin, how's it going, man? So yeah, I got my tea. I've got my curious cat. Just waiting on Joe to let me know if he's when he's online. I'm gonna give it like maybe I'll give it 10-15 minutes because we said we would meet now, but I haven't heard from him just yet. And if I don't hear from him in the next 15 minutes, then what we can do instead is maybe just do like a DEI campaign or continue one of our DEI campaigns. So yeah, that is what we're doing today. Other than that, little update for you guys. I've been writing a lot of scripts. I've written 3 scripts today, which is just crazy. So I'm very excited to I'm very excited to start making some of these videos. A couple of them are a little more different than what I've done previously. There's going to be a few reviews as well, which should be interesting. And one of them, which I'm happy to talk about a little bit today, is a review of the Medieval 2 and generally Rome 1 Medieval 2 mobile ports. So what does Total War play and feel like on mobile and tablet versus PC? I'd love to hear what you think as well in the stream. Like if you guys have been playing the mobile tablet versions of Medieval 2 or Rome or their expansions, let me know what you think. I'm interested to see to find out what you think as well. Hey Flavio, what's up, my man? Sorry, misclicked. Okay. Roma Invicta, friendly troll, great to have you here. We've got 17 people on the stream right now. Just to give you a recap on what's going on right now. So I'm supposed to be playing a series of multiplayer DEI battles with Joe on it. We're just waiting at the moment to see if he's coming online. I've waited for a few minutes now. I'm going to give it maybe 10-15 minutes to wait for Joe on it to come online. He's a very famous Total War YouTuber as well. He does some great content on various mods, mod spotlights, mod gameplay videos. He's done a fair number of live streams as well. He does a lot of live streams, and he does other games. He plays other games as well. So he plays, I know he does Squad a lot, which I love. I'm a big fan of Squad. He does other games like Valheim and yeah, lots of different types of games, but I think he's mainly a big passionate Total War player in his channel, in his YouTube channel. So yeah, it should be an honor to play with him. He does a lot of his videos are actually battle replays and commentary about battles. So kind of like Pixelated Apollo, but in my opinion better. Maybe a hot take, but yeah, so it'd be really interesting to see what he thinks about Rome 2 and specifically DEI. He's been covering some of our tournament matches as well, which has been a really cool thing, actually. So yeah, it should be really good. And as I said, we're going to be doing some multiplayer battles together today on DEI. I'm not sure he's very familiar with the mod, but he's a big avid lover of Rome 2. So he'll be familiar enough. We can run through some of the motions of getting to know the mod a little bit, how the battle mechanics change, things like that. Friendly Troll, dude, I have an idea. Go 1v1s with a CA dev, and after you win, he has to spill the beans on the next historical Total War. That would actually be an amazing series. But you know, CA would have to force me to lose every battle. Like, that would be a term of the contract. Like, that could be something that we do from a promotional perspective, but every time I'm betting they're gonna force me to lose. Until that one day. And you guys will always have to be watching, because one of these battles might be a win, you know? That one day when I win and they actually are ready to talk about the next historical Total War. That would be amazing, actually. That's a very cool idea. Augustin, haven't played the mobile version, but from what I've heard, it seems that they're more stable and less buggy than the PC ports. Yeah, to be honest, I've been playing a lot of Medieval 2 mobile. When Rome came out, I did a lot of the mobile campaigns as well on that. It's definitely more stable. I think Feral had to make it more stable and more bug-free to really be able to port it over to mobile. There's still a fair few issues, but overall it's very polished for a mobile game, definitely. Oh, he's almost at 10k. Yes, Joe Onit is almost at 10k as well. If you haven't subscribed to Joe Onit, guys, give him a sub. Be a part of that journey for 10,000. It's a magical thing. So yeah, hopefully in the next couple weeks you can get that milestone. I've been following you for a few weeks, but I finally managed to catch you live. I'm new to Total War games, and you've been like a guide to me. Greetings from Rome. Oh, Flavio, that's my pleasure, man. Honestly, comments like yours are a lot of why I do this. You know, it's an amazing. Like, I started off with this passion for Total War, and it quickly morphed into mod spotlights and reviews and gameplay videos and live streams like this, and it's all because of this passion for Total War, you know? And if that means that new people discover the games and get to enjoy them through me, then that is an amazing thing. That's a mission accomplished right there. King Elendil, good evening. Hello, my man. Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. All right, we're going to give it another roughly 7-10 minutes. Joe did say he's going to be picking up his kids from school, which I can't relate to, but I can definitely see how that will complicate one's life, especially if you're trying to get to a live stream. So I'm going to try and bear with him, of course, give him a little bit more time before we do anything here or change up the plans a little bit. Basically, what's happening, guys, we're going to do some multiplayer battles on Divide and Impera with Joe Onit. We're going to talk a little bit about Divide and Impera, why I love it, and how it's different to Vanilla Rome. And I'm also going to do a little bit of promo about my Discord server, because we've been doing some battle tournaments, and they're really, really fun. And I don't think a lot of people know about them. So yeah, if you're ever interested in learning a bit more about like proper Total War battling, battling against other players, which is very different to the AI, and you want to try out in a tournament, which is, you know, a mix of experienced and new beginner players like myself. I'm not experienced when it comes to multiplayer battles. Yeah, you should hop on by to the server. It's down below in the video description, and join the next tournament, which should be soon. We currently have a Shogun 2 Shogun I said that wrong. A Shogun 2 tournament going on. I think it's in the finals or in the semifinals, and I was knocked out like straight away in round 1 by an excellent experienced player. I personally don't have as much experience in Shogun 2 as I like. I mean, I played hundreds of hours, you know, when it first came out, hundreds of hours of Fall of the Samurai, going into the thousands, but it's just been so long for me, and I cover so many different types of mods in Total Wars that it's difficult to keep up, remember the different mechanics and play styles of every Total War, every mod. It's so difficult. Let's see here. Admiral Terrenold Screed. Parabellum battles are weird. AI tend to reposition on favorable terrain. Yeah, I really like Parabellum battles. Parabellum is the kind of mod where it's a lot like Total Vanilla Beyond from Medieval 2. It actually does do a lot. It changes a lot about Rome 2, but it sticks very, very close to vanilla. So battles are the same. I mean, battle stats have been tweaked. The way that projectiles work has been changed up a little bit. The various different units and new units make a big difference as well. But it's also balanced in a way that's very close to vanilla. You know, they're very fast paced. And I suppose, yeah, the AI also does like to use elevated positions more often than not, which is a good thing. It must be. I've been playing since Medieval 1, but still go to your mod reviews. Going solo. I appreciate that, man. Many more reviews to come. Pingalendil, thanks. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I was telling the guys earlier here, I've been writing a lot. I wrote about 3 scripts today, which is a record. I've never written 3 scripts in one day. That's about 10, 11 pages of, you know, this mod does that, this mod does this, this is what this is about, this is why you should play it. It's all in my head right now, these mods, and I'm very excited to show you guys what these videos are going to be like. So I'm very good. I'm very good. They made 3 in a row, 3 fantasy games in a row. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, I'd love to see another historical very soon. There is a very good reason for CA to decide, look, Warhammer works. Why don't we go in the Age of Sigmar route of Warhammer? So that's even further back in the history of these kind of the lore of Warhammer. They could go into 40k, which I don't think it will work. I'm not like that versed in 40k anyway, but from what I know, I don't think that would be an ideal setting for Total War, really. Galaxy-wide like conquests and battles seem a little too far out of Total War's scope. So yeah, historical should be next. Yeah, 3 Warhammers in a row was one of the conditions that Games Workshop imposed to CA. So technically there probably won't be another Warhammer, basically, based on that. Is there a Civil War mod for Fall of the Samurai? That's a good question, Adam. Not that I'm aware of. But I'll have a look for you. Yo, Aryan. What's up, my man? I'm good. I'm good. How are you? Bonjour et salam. Umayyad. Great to have you here. Alaikum salam. I think Armageddon Total War was focused on the history of Steel Legion and planet itself. Is there Civil War mod for Fallen? Yeah. I don't think there is. I'm not that I'm aware of. Don't give them ideas. Hold on. Joanna just messaged me, so let's see what he's saying. Hold on. Yes, I'm just live now. Let me know when you're ready. Very cool. Can't wait to get this started. Okay, I'm just gonna go on Discord on my laptop for a second. So bear with me, guys. Oh, okay, cool. He's gonna be home in like 5 minutes, so no worries. Uh, yeah. Cool. So yeah, that's yeah, what were we talking about? We were talking about lots of things. Warhammer, history next, historical next, Civil War mod for Shogun. Yeah, not that I'm aware of, Adam. It's a great question, but I don't think there is. I've never heard of a Civil War mod for Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai. A mod that I did find out about today for the first time though, which I think is really cool. I've been playing a little bit of it, but I need to play a bit more. Is the vanilla Total Beyond for Medieval 2, which is very like it's again a bit like how Parabellum is for Rome 2, but for Medieval 2, where it's very vanilla-ish. It's very like similar to what kind of an average Medieval 2 campaign is like. But it's got some really interesting, cool factions. So it's like Medieval 2, but where you can play some of the American factions, where you can play as the Mongols or the Khwarezmian Empire, the Kumans. You can play as a Caliphate of Baghdad or a Kingdom of Damascus. There's some really interesting factions in there that I want to try out. And it does a lot of interesting good fixes to vanilla Medieval 2 as well. I mean, pikes normally in Medieval 2 drop their pikes. Pikemen drop their pikes, whereas in this mod they've managed to fix basically pikes hold on to their pikes, which is just really, really cool. Siberian Productions. I haven't caught a stream in a long time. Good to be here. Great to have you here, man. I haven't seen a video of yours in a while, actually. By the way, guys, Siberian Productions does make Total War videos as well, so definitely give him a check out his channel. But yeah, great to have you here. I need to have a look at some of your latest videos. Who sent 2000? Hey man, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Horus Heresy Total War would be great. Diplomacy between legions, planning heresy as any legion, Forge worlds being only places to build some big guns. True, definitely. Again, I'm not massively knowledgeable when it comes to Warhammer lore or Warhammer 40k or Horus Heresy, but I mean there are, I know from what I know, there are plenty of elements in this universe, in these universes that do lend themselves to Total War very easily. They kind of blend in really well. Empire Total War with the whole world map would be cool. We know the scale is possible. Yes, definitely. I mean, another Empire would be amazing. I mean, at the end of the day, it's either going to be Empire 2 or Medieval 3, right? Both of them have the opportunity to be a bit world spanning. There are some very brilliant conflicts that happen in both types of games, potential games. And there are loads of mechanics that the original, that Medieval 2 or Empire never even touched on, that newer games could make the most of. I mean, there's a lot that can be done in those kinds of games. That's why I think a lot of people don't really have hope, but I think there should be plenty of hope, because with how old Medieval 2 and Empire are, there's so much more that CA could have done with them, and it's been years. And in those years, I mean, not only have CA been able to do some new things, test some new styles of games and mechanics and different types of factions and all of that. I think that with all these years, it's given it's given CA enough room to revisit and innovate and be even better, have even more depth and replayability, especially. I think that a lot of people will hate on the Warhammer series here, which to a certain degree I agree with. But if there's one thing that they did really, really well, they nailed in the Warhammer games, it's replayability. I mean, no two campaigns are the same when you're looking at an Empire campaign to a Tomb King's campaign or a Skaven campaign. They're all incredibly different from each other in how you have to learn how to play them and their strengths and weaknesses, plus everything else, you know, the starting positions, the challenges, etc. So basically, yes, I think that there is an immense opportunity for CA to revisit Empire and Medieval 2 and do something new that incorporates that, you know, that takes this replayability and asks the question, how do you make a new Empire or Medieval more replayable as possible? And I think, anyway, the answers that come out of that question are very exciting. There's a lot that can be done to make them more replayable. Siberian Productions, I'm working full-time and it's been a bit slow, but I have a couple of multiplayer Empire battle videos. Hell yeah, man. One is an epic 3v3. Nice. Damn. There's a new mod for vanilla and DEI that unifies the Seleucids, and it's like the Western Roman Empire, but in Rome too. No Seleucid satrapies mod. That's awesome. Actually, that sounds really, really cool. Hey, Impractical Brit, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. And it's great to have any member here. You know, Augustin, you're here as well. You guys are members of the channel, and I really, really appreciate that. So welcome, guys. Next Total War is going to be historical, and it's going to follow the safe route, either medieval or classical age. Yeah, definitely. In a nutshell, they were 18 legions, half of them turned traitor. Yes, Warhammer sometimes becomes messy. By the way, this new World War I game makes me hyped. It does look so good. It really does. Played Insularis Draco today. As you already said, it's a really well done mod, and it's very nice to see a larger map with different factions compared to Thrones of Britannia. Yes, it is, man. Honestly, it's a breath of fresh air. Okay, guys, before I continue, I'm just going to, hey guys, how's it going? Maroje, Joe Proctor, Georgie Mahalkov, great to have you here, man. And Blackadder, great to have you here as well. Joe Onit's here, guys, so I'm just going to jump on a VC with him now. So, here we go. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you? Sorry.
I'm good. Thanks. No worries about being late. None at all. Like, you know, things come up. All good.
Yeah.
Was everything all good? Okay.
So what's going on, man? Good to finally talk to you.
Yeah, you too. I'm good. Thanks. I'm excited. Very excited to do some battles with you.
Yeah. I'm excited to get completely destroyed in DEI battles.
No, don't. Honestly, I don't play battles, and I don't play multiplayer battles not nearly enough to pose any sort of challenge. So it'll be interesting. It'll be good.
Yeah, should be fun.
All right. Cool. I'm in the game. I've got DEI loaded up as well.
Yep. I am at the multiplayer screen. Do you want to host? Do you want me to host?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Why don't we try you hosting first, maybe, because you're in the US.
Okay.
I have a good enough internet connection, so hopefully it should be okay. But if we have issues or one of us drop out, we can switch things around and see how it goes.
Okay. Well, I just put it up, and from what I saw on the list, there was only one other game that was compatible. should be
Oh yeah, I see it. Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, I think most people, if they're gonna play DEI, they play with some sub mods or
Mm-hmm.
etc. So it's very rarely that people play DEI 1, 2, 3 only in
Yeah.
multiplayer. Um,
So what are the? I mean, I don't do a whole lot of land battles, so I'm used to the sieges 1, 2, 4 kind of rule. So I don't
yeah.
really know very much. I mean, I've covered the land battles, but I don't really know very much as far as the rules go.
Yeah, I mean, we can be super chill, dude. Like we don't have to follow like concrete rules or anything like that. We can do whatever you want, honestly. I'm up for anything, really.
Okay. Is there usually a funds that people play on DEI as far as land battles go,
I
or is it
think
just kind of whatever thing?
I think it's either like 14 or 20 depending on the kinds of units you're bringing.
So you want to just split it and go ultra? I guess 16,000.
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Well, I'm gonna obviously start off with. I gotta play as the barbarians. I just have to do that. It's just what I do.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, go for it, dude. All right, I'll go for my favorite faction. Not that I'm any good with them because I'm terrible at Eastern factions and their cavalry, but it's always good fun to have lots of cavalry on the field.
Yes, I hear this. I have heard this and I have seen this. Usually is a good idea to have a few units at your disposal. So okay. How big is ranged really in DEI? Like I've seen it sometimes do well and sometimes not do well.
So the thing about range in DEI is the what's the word for it? The projectile block on a unit with a shield is massive. So if you have a ranged unit firing into a unit and the arrows are hitting the left side of that unit, they're not going to kill.
Gotcha.
And that's like 100%, like 95% they're not going to kill. But if they're hitting on the right side, they have a better chance. If they're hitting from the side of the unit, they have a much better chance. And then from the rear, obviously, they have really good impact. So yeah, otherwise it just depends on the stat of that ranged unit really, and the armor of the unit it's attacking. So it can be pretty powerful. I think the thing about DEI more than anything, they're slower battles because most units have less of a chance to hit and they have more armor. So it's a lot more about flanking, about matching up units that have good armor penetration with, units that have more armor than others, etc. It's just, it's countering and flanking and balancing that act.
Okay, yeah, because I remember in that most recent tournament that you had that I was covering, I remember like the first couple of battles, it was like, why is that unit immediately routing? Like, what is going on? I don't understand how fast they are routing. And then through comments of people, from the videos and everything saying, oh, it's basically as soon as they get flank charged or rear charged or whatever, it's like, yeah, that's pretty much going to be the end of that. They're going to start wavering. They might recover, but they're going to immediately start routing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh wow, it's really sensitive compared to vanilla.
Yeah,
Really sensitive.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, from like a morale perspective, like breaking a unit, it's super easy. If they've got casualties, if they've got stacks of units flanking them, and that entire army is going through the same thing, very very quickly it can start breaking, and routing. Sorry, I've just been talking and not doing this army, so hold on.
You're fine. You're fine. I kind of just threw together some units and went, well, I can afford that. I can afford that.
Yeah, fair enough.
So this is like the first time that we're actually speaking.
Yeah, I think it is, man. I think you're right.
Yeah. So where are you from? If you don't mind me asking.
No, of course. So I'm I am from Istanbul, Turkey.
Oh, cool.
I was
Very
born
cool.
in London, just outside the city.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, from a pretty young age, I want to say, I think it was about a year old. My dad got a job in Istanbul, and yeah, my family moved to Istanbul shortly after.
Wow. And you've been there since.
And I was there until I was 18. So I graduated high school and then I first moved to New York for university. Actually, upstate New York. I was at the University of Rochester.
I know that.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm from New York.
okay, yeah. So yeah, I was in Rochester for a couple of years. I
Nice.
studied international relations and economics, which was good fun. But then I had some family issues that I needed to come back to Europe for.
Mm.
And I went to Scotland to be with my grandparents for a little while, and then that kind of led to sound production and sound engineering as a degree. So yeah, that's where I ended up, and then that's how I ended up in London, basically in the UK.
Wow. It's quite a trip. Quite a ride there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was. It has been. And how about you? Where are you from?
I am originally from Long Island, New York, and now I am down here in Virginia with my wife and our 2 children.
Okay, nice. Virginia. I've never
Virginia.
been.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some family down here. My wife was actually in the Air Force for, she was in the Air Force for 3 years.
Okay,
And
wow.
she ended up getting out, and we kind of needed somewhere to go. And how the how economy is or was, my father basically said to me in a nicer, not so nicer, but nicer, dad way. He told me if I ever moved back to New York, that I would be one of the stupidest people he's ever met because of how expensive it was to live there. So I was
Right,
like, okay, well, I guess we're not moving back there.
right. Fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
times are definitely tough.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So, but it's been a ride. It's definitely been a good ride. Had some fun.
Yeah, and you're almost at 10K, dude, which is pretty
I'm
amazing.
getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah, it's been quite an amazing road, I have to say. I've met a lot of cool people through the years here, and it's been pretty awesome. It's definitely been pretty awesome. I'm very happy that I ended up finally gaining the confidence enough to start a channel and start doing some stuff. So it was definitely a good, it's definitely been a good ride. I'll say that. So
Nice.
been very excited, and if we hit the 10K, we do, kind of thing. So
Yeah, definitely.
I see you doing very very well. Oh shoot, you're way down there. Eh, okay.
No worries, all good. Yeah, things are going all right. I took a long break for a few weeks. More than a few weeks, actually. I took about a month's break. Which was good. I think it was a good opportunity to just kind of like refresh and decide what I wanna do, how I wanna continue with the channel. So yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for you, dude. 10K is gonna be how are you gonna celebrate?
I don't know yet. I've been told I should do a 24-hour stream, do just some like explosively massive thing or whatever. And I have to say, to this point, the longest stream that I have, like a continuous stream, was almost 12 hours, and then the stream decided to cut out, so it was like 11 hours and 45 minutes. So then, of course, I had to, restart the stream and get back in there and do the final 15 minutes just to say I did a 12-hour stream.
Wow. That's
Um,
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. But the 12 hours was all on one game, so it was kind of really It was very exhausting by the time it was over because there was no change, there was no difference. It was just the same, but it was a newer game. I don't know if you know the MMO New World game that came out a few years ago, about a
Yeah,
year,
yeah, yeah,
year or two
definitely.
ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did a live stream on that for 12 hours, and
Okay, right.
I have to say that was pretty rough. Like once we got to about the 7th hour, I was like, okay, this is getting a little harder. This is getting a little difficult here.
Yeah, I bet, definitely. I mean, the most I've ever live streamed is like 3 hours, and even then, like my voice breaks and creaks, and I can't handle it anymore. So I don't know how you did 12 hours. That's wild.
Well, I have to say that my streams normally go for about, I mean, a normal, like if I'm just playing something by myself, I usually go for 3 hours, maybe 3.5 hours, something like that. So, but if I do like my normal fight nights there, they can go 5.5, 6 hours. So it's definitely taxing. It's definitely
Yeah.
taxing.
Yeah.
You know,
Fair enough.
talking for that long and thinking for that long and everything is kind of can get a little tiring, but
Yeah,
it's
for
fun
sure.
nonetheless. It's always a good time. It's always a good time meeting new people, like I said with this before, when I said with the, you know, getting the confidence to starting a channel and everything. It was quite an experience. Something, I mean, I've never done anything like that before, so it was definitely pretty cool to get the opportunity to start doing something like this. Meeting, like I said, meeting a lot of the really cool people that I've met and everything. It's been a good time. So
Yeah, definitely, for sure, man.
I
How
don't
long
know
have
if I'm
you
already-
Sorry, say that again.
No, I was going to say, I don't know if I'm already doing something wrong by keeping my general out here fighting by himself, but I caught a unit, so I'm kind of not going to let them go because I hate horse cavalry. I mean, horse skirmishers. I hate them. They're so annoying. So
Yeah, I
I
feel
may
you.
be doing something
Definitely.
a little,
I would say it's
ridiculous.
risky, but who knows? Maybe it'll pay off.
So what were you going to say?
Oh, I was gonna say, how long have you been doing videos now? How long has the channel been going
3
for?
years.
3
Channel's
years.
been alive
Wow.
for 3 years.
Nice.
August 27th, 2019 was the first upload ever, and it was a 1v1 land battle on 12-12, and the guy that I ended up playing with actually was kind of trying to bait me pretty much the entire game, and then he ended up finally charging in at me, and it was I ended up winning. So and then he
Nice.
left. So it was pretty much how that battle went.
Oh, fair enough. Nice. Okay, 3 years. Damn.
Yeah.
Well, seriously, I can't wait for you to hit 10K. 10K is like for me anyway, it was a very magical number to get to. So I'm sure for you it'll feel the same, kind of like that kind of big milestone.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for you.
I mean, I remember when I hit 5,000 and I was like, that's a big number. Like, to me, I mean, I never expected anything to ever really happen, you know what I mean? I never
Yeah.
really expected to even get 1,000 subscribers. It just kind of happened, and I was very shocked that it did. So anything, basically in my head, anything since 5,000 has been just something brand new, I guess, is a way to say it. Every single time it's a new thing.
Yeah.
So, is my general dead yet? Probably soon. Yeah, he's getting beaten up. He's getting beaten up.
Oh, I think you're doing all right for a battle at the moment, dude. I mean, my general's in a pretty bad spot as well, really.
Yeah. I kind of needed to get those spears in there. Oh, he wavered. He routed. Oh, no.
Oh. I mean, I've got my front line failing as well, so it's all right. It's not too bad, dude.
So everybody gets tired really fast.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what I'm
definitely.
seeing as well. Like
Yeah.
really, really, really fast.
It's all about realism, my man. It's all about trying to, keep morale very realistic. If you're getting hit from behind, then you need to start, braking, and yeah, if you run for too long, things get tired. So it's all about realism, and as real as like realistic as possible, with DEI.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am definitely seeing this. I am definitely seeing this for right now. Oh God. Keep holding, boys. Hold the line. Oh, I'm failing down here. Yeah. Just go back in. Just go back in. Maybe.
I think you're doing pretty good, dude. I mean, I may have won the fight down the hill, but you're definitely winning the fight up the hill. That's another massive problem. I mean, I'm running up a hill basically.
Yeah.
Doesn't help.
That's definitely a problem for you.
Yeah. What did you think of the New World game you were talking about?
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. The thing that kind of got me was, I don't know, we were playing it for, it felt like we were playing it for a couple of months, and then the auction house, or the, however, whatever you want to call it, the auction house, or the basically the economy of the game. Apparently, somebody figured out how to, a lack of better way of saying it, basically break the auction house, break the economy of the game, and it became just a pile of garbage for a long time.
All right.
And we ended up stopping playing it for a little while. But then I tried it again, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and the game felt a little bit better because they added in a couple of more. I think it was a new some new weapons and stuff like that, but it just in my head it kind of just never really fully recovered as far as the economy. It just kind of took a big time draw on the game as a whole. So which was really disappointing, because I have to say, as much as I am not a fan of actually saying this continuously out loud, I did play WoW for like 14 years in a row. So I was really into MMOs for a long time.
Okay, yeah, yeah, definitely.
I was kind of excited about this one, and then it just kind of fell off, and in my head it never really fully recovered. Like my army, never really fully recovered. So.
Yeah, I always wanted to get into New World. I think, but as you said, I think there was like a point in its development cycle when it just completely like fell off and it never really recovered. And since then, I've just not really been interested. I guess that would have hurt the player numbers quite a bit as well. In the game. So as it's an MMO, that would have suffered. I would have made the whole experience suffer a bit more as well.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely true. That is definitely true. It, like I said, I mean, that was the game that I did the 12-hour stream on, and it never was able to bounce back, and it, I don't know. I was excited, but eh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sometimes games do well, sometimes they don't, or they start off really well and then they kind of flop in there. So, but
yeah,
wow,
yeah, true.
Did not do good.
GG, man.
GG though. Yeah.
Hey, you did all right.
100 kills. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, you got 1,000 kills. That's pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. So
why don't we? So I'm just looking at the chat here. Some people are saying the funds should be closer to like 20, 25, or 26. If you want to do a full like 20 unit army, then why don't we do that and see what we can come up with?
26.
Yeah.
Okay. 26,000.
Nice.
26,000 is up.
As far as like Total War goes, I've always wanted to ask you because you've been actually doing this a bit longer than I have. What are your like favorite mods on Total War? I've
Well,
always been
I mean,
curious.
if anybody takes a look at my channel, I primarily do Rome 2 Sieges.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm pretty much a big advocate for the Rome 2 Sieges. I feel like it is the largest multiplayer Total War game that there is, which is kind of unfortunate. Especially like with how big the Warhammer series was. I'm not a huge fan of the Warhammer series. It's kind of well known as far as I'm concerned. I've just never really been a fan of it. But it was kind of a shame that the multiplayer aspect never really caught on or never really became a big thing.
yeah.
But mod wise, I mean, I am a big fan of the New World mod. I got to give a shout out to Genesis. He did an amazing job, and with that new Nightmare mod that he came out with back around Halloween with the undead faction, they're just beasts. They're they are unstoppable beasts. Actually, I did my fight night this past Friday night. Usually it's on Saturdays, but I did it this past Friday night, and
Mm-hmm.
it was quite an experience. We were doing sieges, 4v4 sieges, and whoever ended up being on the attackers team had to use the undead faction because their health is out of this world. Their morale is completely crazy or whatever, and you'd kind of figure that because they're mindless drones essentially. So
Yeah.
they just do whatever. They go berserk all the time. So I actually lost my general one time. As soon as I charged him in, he immediately went berserk, and he was berserking for about, it felt to be about 10 to 15 minutes, and I never was able to get him back out of melee, so he died. It was kind of like, hey, that kind of sucks. But,
Oh shit!
yeah, I
Wow.
have to say, New World is definitely one of my favorite mods, and that's for multiplayer battles or campaigns. I feel it just kind of adds a new aspect along with adding a couple of new factions. It adds a new aspect to the grand campaign side of the game. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I don't. I mean, I've played 12-12. I've played Thrones of Britannia. I mean, I've played. I don't think there's a Total War that I haven't played at on multiplayer side of maybe. I don't think we ever ended up playing Rome remastered on a stream as far as multiplayer battles. We did a Medieval 2. That was actually no, sorry. Medieval 1 was the one that got me into Total War. Buddy of mine, this is, way back kind of when cell phones were just starting to be a thing, kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. That era of time. Uh he called me at my house on an actual house phone. I know it's weird. But
I
he said,
remember
"Hey, I
house
got this."
phones.
Not a lot of people do. Not a lot. I say, "Yeah, they called my house." And why'd they call your house? Why didn't they just call your cell phone? It's like we didn't have those back then. We didn't have cell phones back then. Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he called me at the house and he was like, "Hey, I just got this new game." I was like, "Oh yeah, what's it called?" He said, "Medieval Total War." And I was like, "That sounds kind of interesting." He's like, "Yeah." I said, I asked him if he played it yet. He said, "No, I actually just got it." I was like, "Oh, cool." So I ended up going over to his house, and we installed it, and it was back on when it was discs. So you had to, I think it was like 3 discs or something like that when it first came out,
Yeah.
and took a while to install it. But once he got it installed, I think we played that game for like 3 days straight. I don't even think we slept. Like it was just that engrossed. Like we were just like, "This is the greatest game of all time." So, yeah, that was
Yeah.
the beginning of my experience as far as the Total War universe goes. But yeah, I mean, I'm primarily a Rome 2 guy. Um, pretty standard on staying on the vanilla side. But like I said, I've played Napoleon. I'm not a big fan of Base Attila. If I'm completely honest, I'm a very big fan of the fact that mods came out for it. I don't know if you know of Celtic Warband, the YouTuber Celtic Warband.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was actually I ended up seeing a couple of his videos. He was doing this was before 12-12 was opened to the populace, and he was playing a campaign on it, and I was I was watching some of his videos and kind of really getting into it, and I ended up joining his Discord, which at that point was the second Discord I had ever joined.
Mm-hmm.
And I just started talking in there, and they were really awesome. All everybody that was in there at the time, really awesome, cool guys. Like, hey, we play these battles. Do you want to come play? And I was like, I suck. They were like, that's fine, come play. The only way you're gonna get better is basically get your ass kicked, and then you get better. You learn what you're doing, or you learn what not to do, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a cursor, allowing cursing on your stream, so I apologize if.
No, no, no. You can do whatever, man. All good.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
YouTube algorithmically doesn't penalize videos and live streams after like 5 minutes or something, and then you can just
Yeah, I think
say
so.
whatever. So yeah, go
I
for it,
think
man.
so. Okay. Well,
I swear all the time.
Coming from. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good then. Then I won't feel out of place. Okay. 'Cause coming from my streams, there's a lot of cursing that goes on in my streams. There's a lot of cursing that goes on. So, but yeah, I started playing with them, and it just kind of really started from there. And in all seriousness, I don't know if he's gonna watch this or whatever, but Celtic Warband was definitely one of the driving forces that gave me the confidence to even start my channel. So,
Oh, that's awesome.
It was kind of really cool thing. I mean, I had come from playing 14 years of being in an MMO community, so coming into this, it was the same because it was computer and it was online. It was against each other, like PvP aspect kind of thing, but it was just like it was like a different branch of human, if I say it that way. You know what I mean? It was a different type of people, and it was kind of cool to see, basically to be so invited and so, like, not, I don't want to say wanted, but wanted for a lack of a better term. You know what I mean?
I think I think what you're trying to describe is welcoming. I think Total War,
welcoming.
Like Total War communities are pretty welcoming, I would say, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna always find, and I say that for anybody who has not played or is just kind of stepping into the Total War field. You're always gonna find assholes. It's just gonna be there. You're gonna find cheaters.
Yeah.
You're gonna find trolls or whatever. Just pay no mind to them. That's the best advice I can give. Is just whatever they say or whatever. It's just words, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's words on a keyboard. It's words on a computer screen. Don't pay too much mind to them, because just don't. Like, they're basically like a they're I don't want to say online bully, but that's basically what they are. So just kind of, you can just be like, all right, dude, I'm done, and leave and go somewhere else, and more than likely never find them again, or they'll never find you again, kind of thing. So, because I've seen people say that the Total War community is kind of falling, and it's not been as friendly, which I can agree, because I definitely do see that there has been a rise in trolldom, if you will.
Yeah.
But just keep going on. Just keep going on, and you'll find your, as I say to my kids, eventually you'll find your you'll find your people, and then you'll enjoy what Total War has to offer as far as the campaign aspect of the game goes. I mean, feel free to not as campaign, sorry. As far as the multiplayer aspect of it goes, I mean, obviously play the campaigns, because that's where a lot of people get enjoyment. You can kind of really learn about factions and the units and stuff like that. But you're always going to meet somebody who
Some
thinks
welcoming and positive people. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Eventually you'll find them. I mean, so when I first started playing, I obviously, probably like a lot of people getting initially into the Total War scene, I joined Apollo's Discord. That was the first Total War Discord I ever joined, and I immediately there was a couple of guys that found me, or that I found very early on, that were really cool, and then of course there were not far behind finding the really cool players, or the really nice players, if you will. Then immediately the the not so nice people started showing up, and it was like, I don't know if I really want to play this. And those couple of people that I had initially met were like, fuck that guy, come play with us. Basically, like, don't even worry about that guy. Leave him over there, kind of thing. Come play with us. If he joins, we'll just won't let him play because we all know him. We all know that guy. We all know this person, kind of thing. And it was a good experience. It was a very cool experience in my opinion. So,
yeah, fair enough. Just before we continue, where in the hill are you just positioned again?
I'm on the middle now. I'm basically on the middle. Like,
okay.
some of my units are on top of the hill, some of them are at the bottom of the hill. But basically, as the hill is rising, my army just basically cascades up or down the hill, whichever way you want to say it.
Okay, cool.
So I'm basically right in the middle.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I know sometimes people are like, oh, definitely if there's a hill, take the hill, take the hill, take the hill. So I was like, oh, let me try that. But
yeah, no worries. No, I just wanted to double check because otherwise we have to like meet, you know, like we did in the first battle.
Hopefully,
okay, that's pretty
better.
Close.
It's better.
No, we're all good.
Better.
But yeah, I totally get what you mean. I mean, I think over time, Total War and the people who play it have just become a bit more bitter, especially historical people. I think that, I mean, even the Warhammer people, like there's definitely a certain amount of resentment towards CA for releasing games, DLCs, updates that are just a little bit subpar and that break promises. I mean, Warhammer 3, the launch, Warhammer 2, the launch as well. It's just, they're just really good examples of how CA have again and again managed to launch unfinished, buggy games, really, which is...
Yeah, I, as far as Warhammer 3, I mean, I have some guys that are from my community or whatever you want to say it, that play Warhammer a lot. And when Warhammer 3 came out, it was like, okay, from what I was hearing from them, because again, I'm not a huge Warhammer fan, but they were like, you know, they're redoing the sieges, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're, you know, making these changes, this, that, and the third. I was like, basically going by their word, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, if it's cool, it's cool. Let's give it a go. But I kind of had a little bit of a feeling that once, I can never remember I call him the Warhammer 3 guy. Can never remember his name. He streams Warhammer all the time.
I love it.
Legend of Total War, is that his name?
Legends, yeah, Legend of Total War, yeah.
Yeah, when he was like, all of a sudden I saw him streaming Warhammer 2, I was like, oh, that's not a good sign. Like, the biggest guy who plays Warhammer is not playing the new game. That's slightly alarming. That's not a good sign at all. So, yeah, it was,
definitely. More than slightly alarming. I would be like, I don't think I should play Warhammer 3 anymore. It's not worth it.
Yeah, well, one of the initially, as soon as I got the game and I started installing, I looked at it and I was like, this game is 114 gigs. What?
Yeah, it's a lot of
like,
storage.
It's almost double the size of Warhammer 2. What is going on right now? Why is this game gigantic?
Yeah.
And then people, you know, they have the graphics and this, that, and the other thing, and I'm like, 114 gigs? Like, what's that game? Ark? Is that what it's called? Ark, I think?
Yeah.
That game's like 108 or whatever, and that's a whole world of like dinosaurs and building and all that stuff and everything. This is just an RTS. I'm like, why is it so big? Why is this taking up such a huge chunk of one of my hard drives? This is insane.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But once like I said, once I saw him, the Legend of Total War guy, not playing it or reverting back to Warhammer 2, I was like, this game's in trouble. This game is really, really, really in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know if you've been playing it at all. I've been playing it every month. I try and pick it up and see what it looks like today, you know, and then see how it goes. And it's definitely in a much better place, I would say. I think CA are doing their best to try and recoup and and make it better. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I have to agree. I mean, it's in terms of a game's launch, it's definitely not the best by a by a by a mile,
Mm.
and it's hemorrhaging players. I mean, when you look at the number of players who are playing Warhammer 3, which is pretty much still a brand new game, it's vastly diminished compared to its launch numbers.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's definitely. I mean, I uninstalled it. If I'm just gonna be completely honest, I uninstalled Warhammer 3. Hmm, I'd say probably about a month ago. I looked at my Steam playlist at one point and was just like, yeah, I don't even play this. I don't even play this. Like, there's no point in having this
Yeah,
on my computer anymore.
yeah,
So it was. I don't know. I try not to be just in the first impressions kind of thing, but also I was never really a big fan of Warhammer anyway. I just wasn't. I'm not on the on the kick of oh, it's not a Total War game. Like I'm not one of those guys because I see where it has its place, kind of, but I'm definitely more on the historical side of Total Wars. So
yeah,
it's like it has its place, but like over there, that's its place. It's way over there, kind of thing, as far as I'm concerned. It's not,
yeah. I get what you mean. Definitely.
yeah. So, and that's not taking shots at anybody in your stream that plays Warhammer or anything like that. Don't hate me.
No, it's just
But
personal
it's just
personal preference.
yeah. I'm just not a. It's the same with I'm just not a hero kind of person, I guess. Like when talking about like Three Kingdoms, like I was not a fan of the romance mode. Just
Hmm.
never been a fan of romance mode. I much prefer the Wreckers mode because you still have Lubu and Lube and all those all the generals, which I came from playing the Dynasty Warriors series from when I was younger. So it's having those generals being able to command armies and factions and everything with those guys is definitely a cool aspect. But for them to just be able to murder, like I never actually did this myself, but I watched a video of, it wasn't even Lubu, which is the strongest guy in the game. It was like one of the lesser known general guys, and they just completely smashed an entire large army. And I was like, that, no, nope, should not happen. Should not happen at all. Way
Yeah,
too overpowered. That's just ridiculous. That's just absolutely ridiculous. And that's kind of where I'm at as far as with just the overall experience of hold on a second. Trying to make sure I catch this at the right time. I didn't. I missed. But yeah, it's just my feeling on the aspect of the general of the just the god tier generals. I'm just not
yeah,
not a fan.
I get it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, single entity units, I think, have a time and a place, but outside of like Warhammer, I don't see it happening successfully at all. No.
Well, that's one of my worries. Like people keep saying, what do you think the next Total War is going to be? What do you think the next Total War is going to be? And I don't know why, but I have this, and I may be very, very alone in this, but I really feel like they're going to do a gun one. They're going to do a Napoleon, or they're going to do an Empire or something like that. And my worry with the success that they've had with the Warhammer series and everything, as far as everything with Warhammer, it's just one of those where it's like, please don't have this general who can just run around and kill everything. please don't do that.
One of our units
Really,
has used
please
all its
don't do that,
ammunition.
because that's going to be extremely annoying. And that's not how those games were. Like, as far as historical titles go, that's not how that was supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I really hope they do not end up doing something like that, because that will. I feel that will just annoy historical Total War players more than they kind of already are.
Yeah, 100%. That would piss them off. I don't think players would even buy a game like that if it happened.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, which, I mean, CA's kind of. They gotta pick up that ball, because they kind of fumbled. They've kind of fumbled for a little while here.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, everybody, you know, people were like, "Oh, Three Kingdoms," and even Thrones of Britannia.
Our general is under attack.
I'm a huge. That's my second favorite Total War game. Like, as far as the newer games go, that is my second favorite.
Okay.
Again, that comes from the aspect of the multiplayer side of it. And that's just because they have, you know, Thrones of Britannia has the largest maps there is. Like, by far the largest maps in Total War. The siege maps are just absolutely gigantic.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to play huge settlements. So, oh God, my general. Oh God, my general. Those are elephants. Run away. Run away. But yeah, it's I don't know, I kind of just lost my train of thought there, but
no, I think you were talking about TOB and
yeah. I just hope that CA doesn't really just kind of really destroy the historical aspect, because I mean that's where they started. They started historical. So it's kind of like don't put the fantasy side into the historical at least too much. If that's a good way to say it, not that much.
Yeah. I get it, definitely. There's
oh, my general died. That's not good.
I think there's a lot that CA I think have done really well with their kind of fantasy titles with Warhammer, but I agree. I mean, there's a lot that would just simply wouldn't work in a historical setting if they try to bring it over. It would just break down completely. Like I was talking about this in a video a couple months ago. If they did single entity units, for example, so they had like a singular like Richard the Lionheart trying to conquer in the Middle East and his own crusade. I just think that it would have to be a lot less about his physical power in the battle and a lot more about his inspiration. You know, maybe he's got specific kinds of equipment that make him a bit more unique compared to the average crusader. But it would definitely have to be a lot more toned down compared to the Warhammers and how they've done it.
Yeah, I mean, like using that, if I'm kind of going in the same vein where you're going there, like with Three Kingdoms, that you can get swords and armor and different types of things for your generals to make them unique in certain ways, like they get named weapons and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that I could definitely get on board with. That is definitely a good starting point, I would say. I would be very scared and worried and probably cry a little bit if they made an absolute legend general guy who could just not die. Like that would be like, no, don't do that, please.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
Whatever it is you're doing, stop it right now. Like.
Yeah, definitely.
Patch that, fix that, whatever it is.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Well, this battle's kind of going a little bit better.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going better, dude. I've lost the hill completely. My elephants are running around doing God knows what, and you're charging my general.
Yeah. Yeah, elephants are not the same. Like they have a okay. So this guy here has 160 kills, but like I'm really starting now. Like really playing it. I'm not classifying or saying that playing one or a couple of battles is really playing this game or playing this mod, but it's like it's really different. It's really, really, really different from vanilla.
Yeah, it is definitely.
I mean, those elephants by now, if being used in multiplayer battles, those elephants by now would have had all of my infantry right there would have been dead. Just to say that point blank and period, all of my infantry would have been dead right there. So,
yeah. I mean, there's a lot.
Definitely different.
There's a lot that's different. I think the other thing about elephants in DEI is it's a lot more of a morale breaker. It's a presence rather than proper physical like impact, you know? Like they do obviously a really good job of running down infantry if they're used correctly, which in this case, I don't think I'm quite using them correctly, but what they're really done for is just like going in those back lines and helping the cascade of morale breaks, you know? Like if I leave these elephants here like I am, they're gonna break because they're just surrounded by infantry and they're scared, and yep, there they go. So it's just a lot more like, how do I use them to break people rather than kill?
Do they have trample? Do they have trample in this? The elephants?
No, I don't think they do.
Oh, that's a big thing.
Oh, I lost my general too.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Enough spears. Enough spears. Finally. Yeah, this is really different. Like these elephants in vanilla, these elephants would just be murdering. Like they're getting some good numbers now. I just saw them kind of ticking up a little bit there, but they would be just completely crushing everything. Plus, they'd definitely berserk. They'd definitely be out of control at this point.
Yeah, they would be, definitely.
Keep running.
Have you ever played a DEI campaign? Or
I have not, but I've been asked. I've been asked a bunch of times to try it out, and I've been wary about it because it's very different. It's very different. So, you know, it's I guess a comfort zone kind of thing.
Yeah.
I guess, but I mean, the only way you're gonna learn is try. So.
Yeah, definitely give it a try, man. I mean, DEI was the first mod I ever played. And until I played it, I always kind of looked personally at mods and thought, oh, like they're too complicated to install. They change too much, and it's like it's not really worth it. Whereas, yeah, DEI for me was that first mod that really changed my mind. It opened me up to what mods were really capable of and how positive some of the changes can be. So yeah, I'd recommend it if you ever wanted to try a different kind of campaign that's a bit more challenging, maybe a bit more slower. DEI is definitely the one.
Okay. Yeah, I've been, like I said, here and there. People have been saying, you know, try it. And then every once in a while I get those, just play DEI. And I'm like, okay. Like, so.
No, I mean, you shouldn't feel
I'll
like...
give it a go. I'll definitely give it a go, though. I mean, I've played every other Total War campaign so far. I mean, I've at least tried it.
Yeah.
So.
Definitely give it a go.
It was actually, when did you put out the 1066 mod video? Was that yesterday or the day before?
1066 was Friday, I think.
Was it that many days? I thought it was yesterday or the day before. Okay, well, yeah, I actually played that mod. I actually liked it. It was fun. It was definitely a fun one.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Was it recently updated?
No,
Again?
I don't. I think the last update was 2020 or 2021. Yeah,
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's a great mod. I mean, a lot of people look at it and say this is the kind of DLC that CA should have released.
Mm-hmm.
It changes enough in the campaign, while still feeling like TOB,
Mm-hmm.
to really be DLC like. So yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a really cool little mod.
Well, I feel that was one of the downfalls for Thrones of Britannia was a lot of people coming from other Total Wars, whether it be modded or just straight vanilla. The unit selection wasn't very big,
Hmm.
which yeah, very true. You had swords, spears, archers. You had some cavalry. Cavalry wasn't really like unless you played as you know England or Wessex, whatever. Like their cavalry wasn't really amazing, but that's how it was. You didn't have First Legions. You didn't have Praetorians. You didn't have all of these, luxurious units. Just amazingly, you just had, hey, go grab your sword and your axe and your shield. Let's go, basically.
Yeah.
And they obviously had trained infantry, but there was a lot of levies back then. I mean, there was a lot of fjords back then. So it was, I feel like that was kind of a little bit of a deterrence for a lot of people to not play it. I mean, it's
Right.
Vikings. First and foremost, it's Vikings. Like, how could you not? And this is just me. I'm not. I'm a huge fan of the Viking time period. So I saw that and went, "Yep, buying it." Like as soon as I saw
Yeah.
the first ad for it, I was like, "Yep, I'm getting that tomorrow." Like the day it comes out, I'm getting it. Like that just looks amazing. Looks very fun, and I watched a couple of guys play campaigns on it, and I was like, "Yeah, I could definitely get into this. I could definitely get into this." So I kind of feel like that was one of the deterrents was the unit selection, and it was like, yeah, but they didn't really have that much back then anyway. Then you have mods that came out for it. Radius mod added new factions, some new
Hmm.
units, stuff like that. Then 1066 adds a whole campaign overhaul and some new units. Then the shield wall mod, I kind of dabbled in the shield wall mod a little bit. Is it its own standalone? It's an overhaul, complete game overhaul mod as well.
Yeah,
I think
yeah. I
it
mean,
is.
well, I mean, so it doesn't like change the time period.
Mm-hmm.
It sticks to the same time. But what it does is, it's a bit like the DEI of TOB. So it's changing mechanics. It's fleshing out the building system, the research system a bit better. And it's slowing things down. Like the main kind of aim of it is trying to make it realistic, basically, and historically accurate.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's just mods serve their purpose. They all add things. Some people like them, some people don't. But I mean, you can't. One mod that I will definitely say is good as far as primarily multiplayer battles is Radius mods because it just adds. Usually they add
Yeah.
new factions and new units to everything.
Yeah, definitely they do.
And I believe that the Radius mods are also campaign compatible. Also,
Yeah, they are.
so
Yeah,
you will get all of those units in the campaign also. So it's kind of win-win on both sides, whether you're a multiplayer player only or a campaign player only, or you do both. You're going to win no matter how you throw those dice down. You're going to win.
yeah,
So,
yeah. True. Just by the way, do we want to change the map maybe, or change
oh,
things
yeah,
up a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
map
we could
wise?
do that. We could do that. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
I don't mind really. Just you're Pergamon and I'm
different setting.
yeah.
You're who are you? Caldones?
Yeah, I'm
Oh, we got to go up to Scotland.
Scots.
Or as far as Scotland as possible.
But yeah, no, we could do Ireland. Yeah, I'm down.
You want to do? I was just Stonehenge. You want to fight at Stonehenge?
Oh, I'm down. Yeah, sure. Why not? I totally get that about TOB though, about seeing the Viking aspect of it and thinking this is gonna be epic. Yeah, when I first got it, I definitely enjoyed my first campaign. I think everyone's first campaign was definitely enjoyable. It's a little gem in the rough, in my opinion.
Yeah. I had when I first got the game, I had 2 campaigns immediately, and they were both the seafaring Vikings. One of them was Sigiar, and I played Dyflin. The two seafaring Vikings immediately.
Nice.
And you know, it bouncing off of. I mean, that came out. Last Kingdom was a huge. I don't know if you ever watched Last Kingdom, but Last Kingdom was a huge show when that came out. It was like
I've seen some of it. Yeah.
it's good. It's definitely good. It's a different side. They're they try and deal with the same time period, but not really, like different aspects, I guess, of the same time period. Vikings and Last Kingdom. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's same characters, but they're said the names. Some of the names are said differently. So yeah, it was good. It was a good Netflix thing. Something Netflix did that was good. I'll say that. Okay, so let's see.
Yeah, there's a Total War YouTuber in the comments. I don't know if you know him, Siberian Productions. He does a lot of Empire and Empire mod videos and battles. He's saying that he liked a lot of the throne mechanics, but something about it gets stale very quickly.
Oh,
which
I'm wondering immediately if it has anything to do with the unit selection, making it stale.
yeah, maybe. For me, I feel kind of the same way as Siberian. I mean, not from a unit selection point of view, more from a faction selection. I think it's a great, interesting game. I think there's a lot about it that's really cool. I love it's got my favorite recruitment system. Like the fact that you recruit lots of different units at the same time, but that they start off in a low number of individuals per unit. They need to replenish, basically. It's like you're starting a recruitment process, but it's going to take a couple of years to get them in and train them, get them a little experienced before they're actually fulfilling the unit description. You know, I think that's probably the best system I've ever seen. But
the fact that when you recruit it, it's not automatically a 160-man unit as soon as you recruit it. That's like mustering a unit. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's brilliant. It's such a good system. But what kills TLB for me is that I just got bored after my first campaign. It's for me, it's a little bit like Shogun 2 if I try and play Shogun 2 now. It's just very similar, playing one faction to another. So I couldn't like I'd play a campaign and then maybe come back to it 6 months later. You know what I mean? Like 3-4 months later.
Yeah. I mean, I can definitely understand that. I was the same with Napoleon. Like I've never completed a Napoleon campaign. I think like I've played and killed maybe a faction or 2 factions and been like, all right, next kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very similar with that as far as with you with Thrones. Like it was that initial like, hey, this is fun, and it was like, okay, let's find something else. Like
yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I hear you though. I definitely hear you. I thought I brought another unit. Did I not? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Where are they?
All right, Stonehenge is mine. You're gonna have to come and get it.
I'll come and get it. Don't worry. I'll be right there. Let's get those guys.
I've actually brought a Caledonian Levy Spearman, like the cheapest unit you can bring, because they've got pitchforks, and I want to see what their pitchforks look like. Oh, they're not pitchforks; they're just spears. What?
Oh.
Okay, disappointing. forgetting a bunch of units, aren't I? Yes, I am.
Bowman! Missiles ready! Bowman!
How have you been enjoying covering the tournaments we've been running on the Discord?
I had a blast. I really had a blast. I actually have to. I've kind of been a little lax on the Shogun one that you're running right now. I have had a couple of replays that were sent to me specifically.
Okay. Right.
That I'm going. I definitely want to cover it though. I definitely want to cover it. I mean, I to be honest, like Shogun 2 has its place, but again, it's one of those where it was like, nah. I'm not a gigantic fan. I mean, it's the mechanics in the game definitely are something to be I guess reveled, but it wasn't really my cup of tea, if I'll be honest.
Yeah, I get that, definitely. I mean, when it first came out, Shogun 2 was amazing. I mean,
oh yeah,
I've played apart from Shogun, I've pretty much played every Total War on release, and the games that always I remember thinking, okay, I'm gonna swear now. Fuck, this is amazing. Like this is what you were talking about when Medieval came out, and this is like the best game in the world. Like that's how I felt like with a lot of Total War games the first time I played them. But I think Shogun 2 and Empire were probably Medieval 2 were three games that I was just like, this has to be the best that CA has. Like there can't be anything better than this, you know?
Yeah. I remember coming from Medieval 1 and then playing the original Rome.
Oh yeah.
Like night and day. And then Medieval 2 came out and it was like, can it get better than this? Like, is it possible to get better? And then I stopped playing Total War for a while, so I never really found out. But I do still remember as many years ago as it was, I still remember that feeling of just like, wow, this is awesome. This is like something that I remember playing like the original Nintendo and being like, I wish I could do blah 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 or whatever, being a kid, and then being like, whoa, look at this game. You can do that. You could do exactly what I just said I wanted to do. This is amazing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I've got a video coming out later this week about how you can play Total War on your phone now, and I've been writing. I was talking to people while we were waiting for you about some of the videos that are coming out this week, and I was talking about how amazing, how ridiculous it is that you can play Total War on your phone. It's just insane.
Yeah, that is very insane. That is very insane. I mean, I remember. I don't know if you ever watched. There was a TV series here. You may have seen it. It was Saved by the Bell. I don't know if you ever watched that
I've
show.
seen a little bit of it.
So the Zach Morris phone kind of thing was like, and now looking at it now, and you're like,
I get it.
Holy crap! Like all this stuff, all this technology. How is this? So yeah, I have not played any of the Total Wars on tablets or cell phones or anything like that yet. But I hear exactly what you're saying. Just the wow factor of it is quite amazing. Quite amazing.
Yeah, you should, man. Give it a try. I've been playing some Medieval 2 lately on my tablet, and it's just it's seriously insane, like how well it's been ported over, how well it translates. Yeah, you really get that same kind of feeling of that wow playing it for the first time, or I did anyway. Yeah,
I'll take a look. I'm always one to take a look. Whether I like it or not is a different story, but I at least will take that initial. You kind of have to.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like you miss out on a lot if you don't. If you're not willing to take that initial chance, you miss out on a lot of life. A lot.
Yeah, 100%.
And I know we're talking about video games, but it kind of applies. kind of applies. If you're not willing to take a chance on something, then did you really try? Did you really try if you're not willing to take a chance?
The men are
Yeah,
wavering.
exactly.
God, I'm not even watching this right flank at all. Oh, Jesus. No good. No good.
Wait, what even happened to my cav over here?
General is under attack.
It got run over.
I see that. I'm just like charging infantry forward as well.
Yeah,
'Cause why not?
sure. That's what you're supposed to do.
One of our units
Infantry
has used all its
charges.
ammunition. We will pierce their hearts. Bows and spears ready. Orders. Move it. Melee warriors.
Sometimes, as soon as they charge, they start wavering. That's disappointing. Also, there's not really. I'm noticing again with this game, or with this mod, I should say. I'm noticing that there really isn't a whole lot of unit abilities. I guess. Like,
Yeah, I think you're right. There aren't really.
Yeah, in vanilla, like Oathsworn get headhunt or Swordmasters get headhunt. I'm not really seeing headhunt, or I haven't really seen anything that's like an offensive ability, like a use the whip or anything like that. This is definitely another one of those changes, and I am absolutely getting murdered. Is my general dead? No. Why am I losing so badly?
I think you're doing all right. My archers are fucked on the right side, so.
Yes, I caught them finally. I finally caught them out. And my front line is pretty much just shattered. That is not a good sign.
Men flee the field
Not a good
of
sign.
battle.
And I charged horse archer. Oh no, you caught me. All over there with the spears. Okay. I was like, did I really just charge horse archers into spears? That was
Breaking
not,
through.
Not an intelligent thing to do. Yeah, you're through. You are
you're-
through. My
You're doing a
infantry
good
is
job
not-
of catching my general, though. I keep trying to run away, and you
Trying.
keep
One of our
clawing
units has used all its
back.
ammunition.
I'm trying. All right, well, I guess we're gonna have to test these archers out and see how they are in melee, because you're through. Like, there's nothing I could do here. You have completely shattered through that front line.
One of our units has used all its
Yeah, I
ammunition.
think one of the things about DEI is shock infantry, especially the barbarian shock infantry, are incredibly effective. So yeah, these Britannic sword masters, they know what they're doing. But that being said, they let their general die, so
Yes.
you know.
As one of my friends, Armored Scarab, says, I will take that as a moral victory. I killed your general.
You should.
Proud sons of Britain, spear nobles. Britons, horsemen, sons of the oak.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
over.
Cool.
Mass
The
rout.
battle is turning in our favor.
Mass rout.
Oh, my general's back.
What?
Is he? Somehow.
Did I at least kill him?
Yeah. He died. He
Okay.
died. Yeah, he
Moral
died.
victory still intact.
Sacrifice will not be. Yeah, true.
Our men flee.
Oh,
the
your
field of
general's
battle.
brave.
This is a
Yes.
shameful display.
Brave general.
I kind of figured I was just, with everything else falling apart, I was like, last gas, just go. Just charge in there.
Yeah.
See what you can get.
Well, we have a if you've enjoyed the DEI battles a bit more, we have another DEI specific tournament coming up after this Shogun one. So
Yeah. Geo?
yeah.
I think he had said I don't know. He had said something about another DEI possible DEI tournament after this Shogun one, and I said,
Yeah,
that could
yeah,
be
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, 100%. It should be this Shogun tournament is getting to its final stages, and then we should start the DEI one. So it'll be good.
Pretty cool.
And it'd be great to have you cover them, obviously.
Absolutely.
Enemy general
I am a
is
fan.
dead.
I am a fan of tournaments. I am a huge fan of tournaments. I mean, primarily, I'm a siege guy, but
Yeah, we
tournaments
could.
definitely. It doesn't matter land or siege. They bring intrigue. They bring intrigue. You see the word tournament in a video title, and people are like, "Ooh, this could have some really good players in it. Let's watch."
Yeah, definitely. And it usually does. There are usually some brilliant players in these
Oh
tournaments.
yeah, yeah. But it's still good to see people who, and I say this a lot. I mean, people who show up to my streams or whatever, and I'll be like, "Hey, do you want to? I wish I could play or whatever." I said, just come play. Well, I've never played it before. It's like, so just come play, have fun, learn. You know what I mean? So I kind of give a little extra. I can't say for certain who's new or who's not new, but there are certain things when you're watching replays of of covering replays for a decent amount of time, you kind of pick up on who might have been a little bit newer of a player, if you will.
Yeah.
And I have to say that it's definitely really cool to see newer players just take a shot, take a chance, jump into a tournament, and if they win, they win. If they don't, okay, well, who cares? You know what I mean? It's definitely cool to see that happen. So,
Yeah,
new
definitely.
player versus veteran player, if you will.
You know what?
It's
With that,
definitely-
I'm also just gonna share my Discord for a second on the live stream.
Sure.
Hold on, join. There you go. I'm gonna pin this as well so people can see it. If you guys yeah, anyone on the stream, if you guys are interested in trying a new tournament for the first time, listen to Joe Onit's wise words. It's never too late. You can always give it a try, whether you're a starter, beginner, intermediate, or very experienced. Anyone new is welcome. So join the Discord, and we'd love to have you there.
Mhm.
We'd love to have you play, Joe, if you ever thought about getting involved in one of the tournaments.
If you were ever to run a siege tournament, I may think about throwing my hat in there, but land battles
definitely.
really isn't. That's not really my thing. I mean, I like them. I'm starting to get them a little bit more. But it just every time I cover a land battle, I feel like land battles are chessboards. Like
Yeah.
sieges are they. You have to have certain tactics during sieges, but point blank, initial is get in the walls, get inside the walls or defend the walls. That's siege 101. You have to get inside the settlement in order to try and win. Land battles, I mean, some of these guys, and it's with the DEI or even the Dauntless Days. I covered when they were still Rise of Mordor, now Dauntless Days. I covered a land battle for them, and I did the 12-12. I've done like 1 or 2 land battle tournaments for 12-12. Those guys are like scientists on the battlefield, I swear to God. Like some of these guys, it's like, your micro is just insane. Your micro is completely insane. Like you're moving 3 units over there, and I'm still trying to move this guy over there. Like what is going on? This is really crazy. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Land battles definitely way more chess orientated than sieges are.
Oh yeah, yeah, they definitely are.
Let me take a look at these guys. Oh wow, this is a small roster. Desert Rome has a very small roster compared to the rest of the rosters that I've looked at.
Who are these guys again?
Massasoit.
Oh, okay. Right.
They have 2 melee infantry units and 2 spear units. That's it.
Wow.
That is a very small roster.
They'll be mostly Cav roster then.
No. They have 1 unit of shock cavalry, 3 units of missile cavalry. That's it.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Their highest unit is missile. They have 5 units of missile infantry.
Hmm.
Huh. Massasoit's kind of one of those really good ones to play, usually, at least in vanilla.
I'm just going to respond to Siberian Productions just said, if you want to do something like this with Empire 2 multiplayer, let me know. I'd love to, man. Thanks for joining the stream. I appreciate it.
Going back to Empress.
Yeah, I love a good, like, spear line. It's super,
Yeah.
like, I called phalanx and pikes. I called them the weakest units in Rome 2 and DEI specifically because they can route and break so easily if they're flanked. Obviously, they're really good frontally if you want to hold a defensive line, they're the best units you can get, right? But
Sure.
especially in DEI, the moment they're flanked, it's game over for them. Like,
Yeah.
in this, not the battle we just played, but the previous one, I had 2 really heavy like phalanx units in the front, still holding you, and they were the only 2 left. But the one on the left broke immediately as soon as one of your units flanked it. It was just like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah. I remember seeing that going. I even said, I was like, what? My brain was like, what? Wait, why did that happen?
yeah, they're great units. I love playing with them, but I'm personally a lot more of an aggressive Total War player. I'm not a very good defensive player, so I'm always just shifting people forward and trying to find holes and things like that, basically.
Oh, of course.
So they don't quite fit my play style.
The only time, and I have to be honest, the only time that I'm, I guess, on a slow, because I've watched other YouTubers play campaigns and everything, and I what's his name? Simpsy? Have you ever watched Simpsy before?
Oh yeah, of course, definitely.
Yeah, he's just a madman. Like, he just like, and settlement, and settlement, and settlement. You're like, beginning of campaigns, I gotta make sure that my main settlement public order's at like 50 before I start really moving, kind of thing. So I muster up, I build the buildings and everything, and once I get on the horse, then it's just time to steamroll and move. But yeah, I would say that's probably, as far as Total War goes, that's probably the time where I'm the slowest, quote, slowest moving is in campaigns where it's like, I just, because I've had it so many times where public order ends up screwing you over.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, now I got to go all the way back there and take this army out, and I was already on a move, and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
Yeah, I get that, definitely. Simpsy was actually one of my inspirations for starting the channel.
Oh, yeah?
Because he does such great, like, and so easy to watch campaign playthroughs.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
Yeah, I agree. Completely agree with you.
Yeah, he's a really nice guy too. I joined his Discord I think about 3 months ago. I don't remember why. There was a specific reason, and then he came and joined mine as well, and we were talking for a while. And he's a super nice guy. I love that all he does is just play the games, play the mods, and just has a bit of fun. It's really nice.
Yeah, I've stopped in on some of his streams before and everything. He definitely. I mean, I've had as much conversation as you can have with somebody while one's typing and the other one's verbally responding, but they're also responding to the rest of their chat. So you know how that is.
Yeah.
But I've had some conversation with him, and he definitely seems like a really cool guy. Seems very laid back. He's very knowledgeable with the game. He you can ask him a question and he'll be like, this. Like, he doesn't even have to think sometimes. He's just like, do this, do that exact thing. Like, and you'll win no matter what you do. You'll win, kind of thing. So,
Yeah, definitely.
but going to his streams every once in a while, it's just nice. Like I stop in on your streams, it's just nice to stop in. Obviously, showing support for other Total War YouTuber kind of things. You know, we all kind of support each other to a degree or as much as we can or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's I have to say, as far as on the, I consider myself more a video guy than a streamer, even though I do stream quite a bit, or
All
I
right.
was streaming a lot more. I kind of took a little bit of a back seat more recently on it, but the just going in and just kind of watching how other people do their thing. You know what I mean? Like you're playing Rome, but you're playing this. You know what I mean? So you're still playing Rome to me, but you're playing a different way of Rome. Like this, I'm getting the experience here. DEI is 100% different than vanilla Rome.
Yeah.
There's massive difference, massive differences.
Yeah, it totally
Um,
is.
And it's just kind of cool to come in, you know, aside of the supporting each other, just coming in and watching somebody else and how they do it. Like that's one of the things that really, that's one of the things that kind of got me to start initially watching Simpsy as much as I was just getting in there into one of his streams and watching him doing a campaign. It was like, wow, this dude plays his campaigns completely different than how I play mine. Like that's insane how fast he moves. Like he did, I forget, I think it was his Scottish campaign before one of the updates came out and it kind of trashed the save.
Mhm.
He was doing a Scottish campaign, and it was funny because he had already started his Scottish campaign before I started mine, but he was like 2 weeks before mine. And just watching how he was playing his compared to how I was playing mine was just essentially night and day. And it's just cool to see the different ways that people play. I mean, it's a campaign, but
Yeah.
it's a campaign. Like everybody plays it differently. Some people could be very super aggressive, like he is, and then there's other people who are like me in the beginning, who are like, I was gonna kind of just put my toe in the water here and just make sure everything in the home territory is safe, kind of thing, before I really start moving.
Yeah.
So. But
Yeah, I get that, definitely.
Yeah. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, Simpsy is good.
We'll see how the might of Sparta stands up to Ypres, eh?
Oh, I.
See if we can, the might of Sparta will stand up here. I don't know.
Oh, they have a good chance. Sparta Epirus.
It's interesting. Again, Sparta has swords in this.
Yeah.
They don't have swords in vanilla. They have all hoplites. That's all they have is hoplites.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool. Even that's like, it's just one of those things where it's like CA, like when you did, yeah, okay, they had phalanxes and they, yeah, okay, yeah, they were, you know, all that. You didn't give them a single sword unit. Like, what do you, why didn't they get a sword unit? Like, I don't understand. Even RDI,
Yeah.
at least they have axes. Like, they don't all just have, it's not, they have axes, they have mercenaries. Like, I don't know. It's one of those factions where it's like nothing, no swords for them at all. Okay, well.
Yeah. Yeah,
That kinda
absolutely.
sucks.
It does, definitely.
You
DEI
can do
does
so-
a
you can
lot of
only do
really good
so
things like
much.
that.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
So, all right, I am ready whenever you are.
All right, me too.
Oh, that was a fast
Our
response.
hidden units have been discovered.
Ready for orders.
All right, my general just said something very funny right there. These are the kinds of battles that I like. The ones where the enemies come and are willing to get stuffed.
That is good.
Generals are amazing. The general speeches are really amazing sometimes.
Quick march!
They're such an underrated part of Total War. I mean, everybody appreciates them, obviously, but I really, really wish they were made a bit more interesting, varied. If CA paid a bit more attention to them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
General!
My God. You have so much more infantry than
We
I
have
do. This is
discovered the enemy's
insane.
hidden units.
Ready and willing.
Oh, you've got a decent number of cavalry, I think. Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Kinda.
Companion cavalry. Forward.
We have discovered the enemy's hidden units.
Speed. Ready and waiting. Quick march.
Oh, what do we have here?
Ready for orders.
Retreat!
Throw the javelins. Please throw the javelins.
Double. Yes,
Our general is under
Yes.
attack.
You're not doing any damage. They are not doing any damage to that general at all. Jesus. Nothing.
companion cavalry.
Are they dead? They're
Archers.
probably gonna die. Get over there.
Agrionian axemen. Light
You need to get over there too.
Right,
Go, 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 go.
ready and waiting. Advance.
Save the infantry.
Missile infantry. Take aim.
Must save the infantry.
Oh, I think I've totally thrown the general away again.
It's possible. It is definitely possible. What is your whole front line? Is that all pikes?
General.
Oh my God, that's not going to be fun. That's not going to be fun at all. Whole crap ton of pikes.
Light hoplites. Advance.
Yeah, your general has only lost 2 guys at this point. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh yeah, true. You're right.
Yours to command.
Let's say your general might be
Orders
okay.
understood. Hoplites ready. Melee troops awaiting orders. Quick march. Melee infantry.
Oh shit, the pipeline is moving
We have
forward.
discovered the enemy's
This is
hidden
terrifying.
units.
This is terrifying.
Told you I love a good. Hey, that's 10 men down on my general, so you're making progress.
Light hoplites.
Throw javelins before the pikes get here. Throw javelins. No, at the pikes, not that stupid infantry over there.
General.
Kill the pikes.
Oh, this is not going well for the general.
Forward.
Must kill the pikes.
Light hoplites.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Commander. Bronze shield pikes.
Oh God, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Oh, the
I just
general's
saw
like
the wall of pikes moving
routing.
again.
At the double.
general routed?
No, he's routing.
Yes.
And honor.
Oh, last
Kill
minute
them
save.
all.
Archers.
Oh, dang it! You caught that unit. That's not what I wanted to have happen there.
Swords. Advance at speed.
Oh, that's a nice, not a bad charge, my friend.
At speed. Hoplites.
Come on.
Bronze shield pikes.
My cavalry over here pretty much dead. Yeah, it's pretty much dead.
Companion cavalry.
It's okay. We got more over here.
Light hoplites. At speed. Ready. On quick march. Ready and waiting. Yours to command.
Fall away. Fall away. Fall away.
Sarissa.
Yeah, that cav's dead. Dang it.
Right into the double.
Not good.
Forward. Your orders.
Oh, those are pikes. Back off.
We are
Front line. Back up.
And
Back up.
ready and waiting.
Back up. You're gonna die.
Royal thorax swordsman.
Please continue to back up.
Hoplites.
We have discovered
Don't
the
really have
enemy's
very
hidden
much of a
units.
choice over here.
Companion cavalry. Riders advance. Melee infantry at your command. Companion cavalry. Sarissa cavalry. On my order. With
Oh, I love that you keep pushing this line back.
This
I
is
love
a
it.
shameful display.
Well, I'm trying to do one of these, and hopefully it works. Oh, dang it. Nope, you found it. You caught him.
Agrionian.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Ready, men. Yours to command.
Ooh, that's a nice flank.
Trying.
Light hoplites.
Trying.
What is this general doing with a light melee infantry?
Missile
Come on, my man.
Companion cavalry. Shock cavalry ready. Agrianian axemen. Sarissa cavalry.
Fall away, fall away, fall away,
Ready
fall
for
away.
orders. Melee infantry. Bronze steel pikes. Agrianian. Battle glory. Ready to ride.
Oh, leg.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, we're back.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
We're live. Ah, you shot the guys in the back. Dang it. Oh, no.
Understood.
Move quickly. Move quickly. Over there.
Yours to command. Ready.
Oh, yeah. My general's taking a beating.
Oh, this unit's out already?
Melee troops.
Oh,
Royal thorax
That's
swordsman. Your orders.
that is depressing. No, no, no. Back off.
Hoplites ready. At your service.
Through there.
By your command. General. Yes. Your orders. Orders understood.
So, sorry, I keep remembering that you're almost at 10K and I get excited about it. What's your exact number right now?
We are sitting at 9,900 and when I looked earlier this morning, 9,903, 9,910. So 90.
90 subs to go. That's awesome.
90. Yeah.
This is a shameful display.
Nice.
It's
Not long to go,
pretty
man.
Cool. It's pretty cool.
Missile infantry.
I still in my head, because I guess this is just kind of how I am. I'm on the if it happens, it happens.
Our hidden units
Kinda
have been
thing.
discovered.
Yeah.
Like people are like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. I'm like, yeah, if it happens, it happens.
Shield
Like,
pikes. Understood.
not trying to sound, overly confident or whatever. It's just kind of how I am. Where it's
Yeah, I
like,
get it.
It'd be cool if it does. It'd be cool if it does.
We have discovered the enemy's
But if
hidden
it doesn't,
units.
then it's not. You know what I mean?
Bronze shield pikes.
All right. So the Might of Sparta is not having a good time against your pikes at all.
Yeah,
They're not
these
having a fun time with the pikes.
these pikes are pretty stubborn, as
Yeah.
always. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Our men flee the field of battle.
you almost broke one when you flanked it the way you did. That was pretty good. And you've broken my general. My general's
Again.
running. So yeah, I'm not very
That's
good
the
with my
second time I
general.
broke your general.
Yeah. Generals and I
hope he doesn't come
don't
back
mesh.
this time.
Hack them down.
Yeah, somebody was saying, don't be so careless with your general. I was like, what?
Our men
I just
flee
kinda
the
charged
field
him in
of
there.
battle. This is a shameful display.
Your orders.
George. I love it.
Hoplites ready. Melee troops awaiting orders. Hack them
Reform the
down.
line. Soldiers take a step forward and reform their ranks. Does not working for me. Oh, okay.
Do I still
I think
have
your general's
cavalry?
not going to come back.
Oh, I still have
Only got
cavalry.
26.
Cavalry.
You do.
Yeah, no, I don't think the general's coming back either.
Yours to command. Quick march.
Oh, may have caught your general in the middle here.
You got him. Yeah. Yeah. But he is not going to just die. He will continue
Our
fighting.
men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
No, I think he'll survive this fight.
Agrianian axemen.
Oh, do I have cavalry? Oh my God, I do.
Ready. Riders and
Yeah, you do. Hey,
I
yo,
have
this
cavalry.
fight is definitely turning,
marches.
not to quote Total War, in your favor.
In your favor.
Shield pikes. Double time.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yeah, again, I mean, I really like
Forward.
I do like the concept of a pike line, but it doesn't work aggressively. Like it breaks
no.
up too easily. If you can't cover
Yeah.
the flanks, they just lose morale so quickly.
Yes. 100% agree. 100% agree. I'm not a fan of pikes. You can pretty much ask anybody that I play Total War with. I hate pike units because they never do what I want them to do. They just, especially if they're in hoplite. I mean, going by regular, vanilla Rome. If they're in hoplite wall or phalanx formation, whatever it's called, and you go to move them, they do this weird little dance thing. They twirl the pikes around, and it's like you're not being helpful at all. Stop it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
You are causing me to lose right now. Please stop what you're doing.
Companion cavalry. Attack for glory.
Oh, my general's back.
Yeah, again. I thought he was dead. I really thought he was going to go away this time. I was kind of hoping he was.
Agrianian axemen. Pull back. Pike infantry ready. Run shield pikes. Agrianian. Companion cavalry. Orders understood. At your service. At that double.
I still need to check out the New World Halloween update.
At your command.
Still haven't been able to play it.
It's fun. It's fun. Like, it's just, he made a full undead faction, and it's just fun. It's just fun. Like, when you first load it up, and you get to look at some of the numbers for some of those units, like their morale. Like, I don't remember exactly what unit it is, but one of their morales is like 1,800.
Oh wow,
Their health is like 2,000. It's like, Jesus Christ.
that's crazy.
It's fun though. It's fun little. Somebody was saying something like doing like a Game of Thrones. You could be able to maybe do like a Game of Thrones thing now. Finally with Rome 2, because it has a whites faction or a white the undead faction kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Another little interesting thing.
Is turning in our favor.
Well, the might of Sparta was not strong enough on this day.
Oh, I routed your general. Holy shit.
You did. Yeah, he died.
Oh,
He fell.
a glorious death
Glorious death. God
at the
dang,
hands of.
pikes. Hate pikes. Hate them. We killed this one though. Oh, they've been backwards. You've had this
Our
unit
men
turned
flee
around the wrong
field
way
of
this whole time.
battle.
Oh, that's
This
nice.
is a shameful.
Really?
I will enjoy those kills. The one that just routed over there, I didn't even realize was facing the wrong way.
I think he was just going for a different unit that routed earlier. I forgot to move him.
Keep running, get past them, run. Go.
Pull back! Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Quickly now.
Oh, the cav unit got beaten back. Look at that.
Agrianian axemen.
Yay.
On my order. Commander.
Oh, dude, you still have a phalanx unit over there? Oh, damn.
Troops awaiting orders.
Full of
Yeah, they
surprises,
kinda-
aren't you?
They kind of just showed up.
They were like, "Oh, we heard there was a fight. Can we join in?"
Yeah.
Companion cavalry.
Yes. Our ship got a flat. It took us a couple of minutes to get here.
At the double. Melee infantry at your command.
Oh, I got units coming back all over the place. I don't think it's really going to matter, though. They're not going to be able to get back over there fast enough before everything else is over here. It's gone, yeah. Everything else over here is pretty much gone. That died. Yeah, that died. Your
Well.
general is still...
Yes, he is. Is he actually still alive? Yeah,
I'm not seeing that he's dead,
think-
so yeah. How?
I think so. Yeah.
Brave, lucky. one of those
Battle is
25.
turning in our favor. One of our units
The
has used
lucky,
all its
lucky man.
ammunition. We have discovered the enemy's
Yeah.
hidden units.
General's still alive. Look at that.
That's amazing.
Not bad.
General! Order forward!
Tis
Man.
amazing.
You've got some hidden units. I like that.
More kills. Pikes.
Archers!
Yeah. Pikes.
Quick march! General! As right as a commander! Run shield pikes! Run shield!
Well, if you ever end up playing a DEI campaign, the one piece of advice I can definitely give you is go for numbers over quality. DEI is the kind of mod where if you have infantry superiority, if you have cav superiority, you're always going to win. Because simply because you can flank around, envelop, and break their morale. It's just the easiest way to do it. If you go for quality, you'll have a good time, but you'll just have a much harder time of defending your flanks.
Yeah.
Just naturally, because you can't field the numbers.
You're just gonna kite my infantry right into your pike line with your damn general. I didn't even see that at first. I was like, where is he go? Oh. That's
I tried.
Forward! Companion cavalry! Never surrender!
Screw it. Let's charge it in.
Oh. Oh. Yeah, okay, that unit died. That unit died.
Oh, GG, my man.
GG's. Jeez. Wow, my general was a beast.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's a hell of a unit.
I should have brought more of them.
Yeah, these two Thorakatai in the bottom on my side did really well.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, it's gonna be my time to have dinner, unfortunately, because
Absolutely.
I always, for some reason, leave dinner till after the stream. I need to start having dinner before streams. But yeah, I really appreciate you playing some battles with me. I hope you enjoyed it.
I definitely had fun.
As much as I
definitely had
did.
fun.
Yeah, nice.
It was good. It was good conversing finally, aside of just typing. It was definitely cool actually talking to you and kind of getting to know you a little bit more. That's definitely cool.
Yeah, it really was, man. I appreciate it. It was really good. Really good conversations. Always good to talk about Total War mods, historical games, and DEI. So yeah. I hope you enjoyed these battles. And yeah, definitely check out a campaign if you have time. Just give it a shot. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to help.
Oh sure, absolutely. Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll reach out if something's kind of scratching my mind a little bit. I'm like, I don't understand. I go to the master himself.
I wouldn't call myself a master, but yeah, I appreciate it. All right, cool, man. Well, I don't know what time it is there, but I hope you have a good rest of your day.
Is 2 p.m.
Okay, nice. Still a whole day ahead. Well, yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, and yeah, looking forward to your tournament videos
I'm gonna actually
and
take
more
a look.
videos and live streams, just generally. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look in your Discord here after we cut off and see how far behind I am with the Shogun replay tournament. Oh God, I'm behind. I'm looking.
Yeah,
at
no
it
worries,
right
man. I mean, if you cover the finals, that'd be pretty epic as well. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, again, dude, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm glad that we were finally, you and I kind of like bouncing off of each other the last couple of months here about trying to get together, and I'm glad that we were finally able to get together and and get some battles in and have a good old time here. So it was definitely cool.
Yeah,
Definitely
definitely. Me too. And just before we end the stream, just to anyone who's still here, if you haven't already subscribed to Joe Onit, definitely go ahead. He's almost at 10,000, which is awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
All right. So thank you everyone for being here on the stream. Really appreciate you being here, and I will see you tomorrow for a new video, and see you, Joe, for maybe a new live stream again, maybe in the next couple of weeks.
Absolutely. Sounds like a good idea. Maybe we get something together.
All right.
All right.
Thanks everyone, and see you later.